With high inflation and people struggling to make their regular bills fit into the money that they have coming in, it is a really good time to figure out how to save money. So in this video, I'm gonna go over a ton of different ways to save money. I'm just gonna list them all out, share some tips. Hopefully you can pick up one or two things from this list that you're not currently doing that you can implement in your life to save a little more money, to have a little bit more of a cushion and a little more breathing room with your finances. I hope this is helpful. Let's get started. The first thing to do is to get organized and mentally prepare yourself by getting all of your documents, all of your finances in a very organized manner. A lot of people lose money because they are not organized. This includes things like paying late fees when you pay a bill late because you aren't organized and didn't know the bill was due. This includes also having a budget, so writing out what is due for the month, what you need to spend money on. Just having everything organized will help you save money, I promise. It really does work. Next is to shop at a different grocery store. So maybe you are not currently shopping at a store like Aldi, but I highly recommend you switch now. If you're shopping somewhere like Whole Foods or Kroger or something like that, or whatever you have in your area, just make the switch and shop at a store like Aldi. It is so amazing how much money you can save by shopping at Aldi. It is a different kind of store because they don't have a lot of the bells and whistles and there aren't a lot of choices. But that helps you save so much money. You will be amazed how much less you spend in groceries. Next is to wait for sales. Honestly, most of us are not very patient people. We are an impatient culture and we want to get things as soon as we think of them. But patience saves money. If you can wait until something goes on sale and purchase it then, you're gonna save money obviously, but that ability to delay gratification and delay the purchase of what you want can feel difficult. However, it will save you money. So work on waiting for something to go on sale. Have a list of all the things you wanna buy or need to buy, and then wait until that item is on sale. The biggest way to save money is to look for ways to split expenses with the people around you in a way that makes sense. So this is things like carpooling when you're going to the same place. If you work near a neighbor, you could carpool to work. It's things like doing a potluck, so one person isn't spending all of the money on food for an event. It's instead bringing your resources together. Basically anything where you can split up the cost of something so that everyone saves a little bit of money will help you save, and it'll make things a lot more comfortable for your whole group. This is always on the list for ways to save money, but cook at home. And this doesn't mean like go to the grocery store and buy $100 worth of ingredients that you get home, make one time, and then you're stuck with feeling like you spent too much money. It is learn how to make a few meals that you like that are really cost efficient. There's a ton of different blogs that share recipes that are really kind of frugal, cheap living recipes that still taste good. So find a few of those, learn how to make them, and rotate them throughout the week, throughout the month, and have those help you save money. If you are cooking according to a recipe that tastes good and doesn't cost as much as going out to eat, you're gonna save money, I promise. Related to that is to meal plan. Meal planning is an amazing way to save money. Having a list of what you need to buy at the store, what meals you're gonna eat, and when you're gonna eat the leftovers is a huge deal. It will save you a ton of money. I swear, every time we meal plan, we spend like $25 to $50 less a week on the groceries that we're buying, because having that plan really cuts back on the random purchases that you can make at the grocery store. It also cuts back on food waste, which is something that people don't really think about with spending money and losing money. But if you are basically throwing away leftovers or throwing away extra food that you bought but didn't get to cook, that's a huge expense for you that you're not really thinking about because that money's already gone out of your bank account. But if you stop that, if you cut it off by cooking meals you like and meal planning, you will save a lot of money. Along those lines, learn how to make coffee at home and actually make it at home. I swear, I am not the best at this. I love going to Starbucks. I love going to new coffee shops. I love local coffee shops. It is so fun to go get a coffee, maybe spend some time with friends, or just drink it on my own as like quiet time without my kids. But it's definitely way cheaper, and you can save money if you do it at home. I actually have coffee I made at home today. I always drink iced coffee, so there it is. But that is so much cheaper. I just saved several dollars for one day by making my coffee at home, and that adds up over the weeks and months if you're doing it. Another thing you can do is to install apps that save you money and extensions on your browser. So things like Rakuten, Honey, Ibotta, these apps can help you save a lot of money. And if you're shopping online, these browser extensions, they will find you coupons. They will save you percentages of what you're purchasing, with you doing nothing. Honestly, a lot of these apps are so easy now. Once they're installed, they just automatically save you money. Of course, they're earning money as well. So it's really a win-win. And if you need a list of these to start using, I have a list that I will link down below. So you can install some of the apps that will save you money every time you're making a purchase, whether you're really looking for that or not. Next is to always also look for coupons. If you are not looking for coupons, they're likely not going to jump out at you. Some of the apps do apply coupons automatically. You can't save if you're not looking, so definitely just do a quick search, especially when you're shopping online. Do a quick search, try to find a way to save money. Maybe you sign up for text messages and get 15% off your purchase. That's what I did yesterday when I needed to make an annual purchase that I do every single year. I was like, how can I save money? And I looked it up and they had a 15% off coupon if you signed up for text messages, which I did, and then I canceled the next day. So it really is worth looking and seeing where you can save something from your purchase. One thing you can do is to switch to reusable items, things that you can reuse over and over and over instead of buying something new, something disposable. Disposable seems convenient, but first of all, it's not great for the environment. And then it's also something that is going to cost you more in the long run. One way to do this on the super cheap is to save any glass jars that you get from things you're buying. So if you get like a pasta sauce, you can just, once that sauce is done, clean out the jar, use that jar again, and have a reusable container that is something that's going to be a little bit cheaper and save money in the long run versus using some plastic disposable item. When you're in the grocery store, make sure you are shopping smart. Look at how you are shopping and what brands you're buying. Always make sure that you're looking at the generic item and the brand name item and comparing the cost between each. There's a lot of times where the taste and the thing is totally similar, but they are just completely opposite in price. And saving money when you're saving 50 cents, 25 cents, $1 every time you're making that choice to buy generic really adds up when you're shopping. Another way to save when you're shopping is to shop by looking at the unit price instead of the price overall. This makes sure that you are getting the best deal when you are shopping, so you're saving the most money. So for instance, like I buy diapers often because I have little guy, and I always make sure that I am checking the unit price per diaper rather than the price on the box. So sometimes they'll have sales on the different sizes of boxes. So maybe sometimes the 22 pack of diapers is cheaper than the 160 pack of diapers. It really just depends based on the unit price. So I look to see, is it 30 cents per diaper or is it 43 cents per diaper? And then I pick whichever one is cheaper, and that's what I purchase. That of course helps me save money per diaper, even if I'm not saving money on that particular trip when I'm shopping. Another thing you can do to save money is to do swaps with friends. So you can do clothing swaps or swaps with whatever kind of matches up with your friend group. I've actually done this before with makeup. So everyone brought the makeup that they either didn't use or never touched. It was still good, but they weren't going to use it, and we all swapped, and that helped us all get different stuff, and it was really useful. You can also do this with clothing. I do this a lot actually with children's clothing because kids grow out of stuff so often. I have just traded around with friends. People have given me stuff for my daughter. I have given my daughter stuff to other people in exchange for stuff for my son. It is really easy just to swap, especially if you have friends with lots of kids, or if you have friends that have kids the same age or younger, older. Basically just swapping out clothes. If you can do this for kids, for adults, whatever, is a really great way to change out your wardrobe without spending any money at all. Another way to save money is to cancel subscriptions that you're not using or you're just not using enough. Personally, we have a one limit subscription on things like entertainment or things for us personally. So we have limited resources money-wise to spend on all of these subscriptions, and almost everything is subscription based these days. So cutting out a lot of those can save you a lot of money per month. So just give yourself a subscription audit, go through your credit card statement or your bank statement and see everything that's being charged to you automatically every single month, and then cancel a few of those. Just make sure that you are being really smart about what you're paying for every single month, and cancel the ones that you're not using, you forgot about, or you just feel like you don't use enough. Or if you really want to save, cancel them all. Just get rid of all subscriptions and find other ways to entertain yourself or to provide the thing that you need. Another idea is to do either no spend days, no spend weeks, or no spend months. Basically, give yourself a challenge so that you are spending no money on anything outside of the essentials for that day, week, or month. Give yourself a set period of time where you're not going to spend any extra money. You're going to save everything that is extra. You're not going to go for coffee. You're not going to get any treats. treats, you're not going to go shopping for yourself, you're gonna spend less money. And that will of course save you money because you're not doing that spending. Okay, and the final thing is to track your spending. Track where your money is going. It is so critical. You're not going to be able to save money if you don't know what you're actually spending on already. So make sure you find a system to track your money. You can use apps like Mint or Personal Capital. I like both of those. I've used both. Actually still kind of use both. You can track your spending by hand. You can use a budget planner like the one I have available in my shop. There are so many ways. You can use your bank statements. It really doesn't matter how you decide to track your spending. Just make sure that you're tracking your spending, and with that tracking, you're gonna see where you're spending your money, what areas you can save on, and where you can make some cuts. And then that knowledge of where you're actually spending your money and where you could cut back is going to save you so much more than almost anything else on this list. The knowledge of what your money's actually doing is critical if you want to save money. Those are a few of the ways that you can save some money, and I hope this was helpful. I have a lot of other videos on frugal living tips and ways to save money. Definitely check out this